Welcome back to another Smite patch notes video, and in this one we're taking a look at the legendary Tanuki, which comes in 7.12. This update is going to include the new Japanese god, Danzaburou. So the first ability for Danzaburou is actually his passive, which is called Dubious Savings. Every time Danzaburou actively gains gold, he stores 10% of that into one of his money pouches. When a pouch is completely filled, he gains bonus gold and a permanent physical power boost for the rest of the game. So essentially you have 4 different pouches to fill up throughout the game. The first pouch fills up at 80 gold, the next one at 140, then 200, and then 300. Each time you fill up one of those pouches, you gain 10% bonus power, and then you also gain bonus gold. So after the first pouch, you get 180, then 265, 350, and 500. So basically, every time you get gold, 10% of that earned gold goes into a pouch, which converts to power and bonus gold later on. So his first ability is called Fool's Gold. Danzaburou rolls out 3 money bags that pass through and damage enemy minions, but stop on enemy gods, slowing as they travel. Gods hit are damaged and intoxicated, dropping a gold coin that Danzaburou or his allies can pick up to provide him 10 gold. When a money bag stops moving, it reveals to be an explosive which detonates after a short delay. Subsequent hits of the money bag or explosions deal 20% damage. So how this works is he throws out 3 money bags, 1 that goes in a straight line and 2 that are kind of on an angle, and if you throw them at a wall, they will ricochet and bounce back. If you hit a god, it's going to drop that gold coin, which can be picked up by you or one of your teammates, and no matter who picks it up, the gold is going to go to Danzaburou. Now, if the bag does not hit an enemy god and just travels through the max distance, it's going to wait there for a couple seconds whenever it reaches its max distance and will explode for damage later. So if you hit the enemy god, the base damage is going to be 70, 125, 180, 235, and then 290, depending on how much you have it ranked up, plus 80% of your physical power. The intoxication duration will be 0.6 seconds, 0.8 seconds, 1 second, 1.2, and then 1.4 seconds. It's going to cost you anywhere from 70 to 90 gold with a 12-second cooldown. And if you do happen to not hit an enemy god, which causes it to kind of load up as the explosion, you're going to deal 30, 55, 80, 105, 130 damage, depending on the rank, plus 30% of your power. I know that was kind of confusing. I know what his ability looks like, and it confused me just explaining it. Essentially, if you hit the god, you get gold back. If you don't hit the god, it turns into an explosive. That's pretty much it. I actually have a correction to make as I went back and watched the patch notes video again. I don't know if I did mention this, but you will still get the explosion effect even if you do hit the enemy god. So if you don't hit the enemy god or you do hit the enemy god, it will still explode after. You only get the bonus gold if you hit the enemy god. Next up for his second ability, we have Alluring Spirits. Danzaburou takes a swig of his sake bottle, gaining a little bit of health before hurling it in front of him, dealing damage to enemies in the inner circle. The bottle of sake applies stacks to the enemy gods in the area, slowing them, and upon reaching 3 stacks, taunting them towards the sake bottle, which has no DR. Enemies that take more than 30% of their max health while taunted are broken out early, so you can't just 100 to 0 someone. So the healing that you get initially is 30, 50, 70, 90, and 110, depending on the rank, plus 20% of your physical power. The damage that it does to enemies is 80, 130, 180, 230, and 280, plus 70% of your physical power. The slow that it applies is 10% plus 1.5 seconds. That is per stack, with a max of 3 stacks. The taunt is going to last for 1 second, and the sake bottle that you throw out actually does have hit points that the enemy, if it taunts the enemy, obviously it's going to get rid of those hit points. So at the first 2 ranks, it's going to have 2, then 3 for the next 2, and the final rank will have 4 hit points. It's going to cost you 60, 65, 70, 75, and 80 mana, depending on the rank, and it's going to have a cooldown starting off at 16 seconds, but goes down 1 second each rank. And the last ability before his ultimate is called Tanuki Trickery. This is going to act as a partial stealth in a way. So Danzaburou creates a field where he moves faster. It's like this little bamboo area around him. He's slow immune while in it and takes less damage from basic attacks. Enemies that are in the field are slowed by 20%. If you leave the field, it disappears and you turn into a little leaf, which also spawns out a bunch of other decoy leaves. And they mimic your movement. So if you get close to one another, you'll be bundled up with the other leaves. If you walk away from the other leaves, they kind of spread out a little bit. sounds a little weird. Basically, just understand that you turn into a leaf and it spawns a bunch of other decoy leaves. You and your teammates can know which one you are, indicated by the green glow around you. The enemies have no clue. They can guess and start attacking the leaves and hopefully they hit you, but they won't know which one is you. So in this state, his movement speed is increased and he is still slow immune. He can pass through enemies as well. After a short delay from transforming, any hit from the enemy gods, or if Danzaburou himself attacks, he will revert back to his normal form. So you gain a movement speed increase of 10%, 12.5%, 15, 17.5, and 20% at max rank. Once you're in leaf form, the movement speed is 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40% at max rank. You get a 20% reduced basic attack damage from enemies hitting you while inside the little circle. The field is going to last for 5 seconds. Leaf form will last for 4 seconds. It costs 70 mana and has a 16-second cooldown. And finally, his last ability, which is his ultimate, is called Uproarious Rockets. Uproarious? However you say that word. Danzaburou summons a magical leaf which transforms into a large bamboo rocket. While preparing for the pre-fire, Danzaburou can aim the rocket within 180 degrees to lock on to enemy gods, or if you refire the ability while it's charging up, you become the rocket and you can control where it moves. Once the rocket is fired, it will pass through and damage enemy minions, stopping on the first enemy god hit, damaging and stunning them while dealing 50% damage to other enemies in the target, or just in the target area, I should say. So basically, this is a lock-on, but it is a slow-moving rocket, and then you can control it yourself, depending on what you do. I think it has a very, very long range, but the lock-on range is a little bit shorter. I could be wrong, but I think that's what I remember hearing in the patch notes. So the damage is going to be 300, 360, 420, 480, and 540, plus 110% of your power. It is an ultimate, so it's going to hit hard. It's going to stun for 1 second, all the way up to 1.4 seconds, depending on the rank. Cost 100 mana, and has a 90-second cooldown. So that is it for Danzaburou, the newest god coming to Smite. Next up, we have skins, which there are a lot of. So these skins here will be available on the 1st of December. We have a Demon Scourge Athena.
I am the watcher at the gates. If you have any hope not to perish, pray I survive.
Sacred Arrow Ram.
Only together can we stand against evil.
Those two are going to be in the Odyssey event. Then we have Chilling Wraith Hades. This looks fantastic.
I hunger for their suffering. I hunger for their souls.
Snow Kitten Bastet.
Time to show off my newest collection. My fans on Patu are gonna go wild.
And then those two will be available in the Winter Wonderland chest. So these skins here are going to be coming December 15th, and 3 of them are Danzaburou skins. So we have his Recolor, his Season Pass 2020 Recolor, and then his Mastery skins. We also have Molten Destroyer Cthulhu.
I shall rain tectonic destruction upon our enemies.
This says it's going to be an exclusive through your Smite friends somehow. We also have the Danzaburou, which is going to be also through the Smite friends.
New York has never seen a more villainous mobster. Show some respect.
I like that voice back. We have Radiant Heroine Bologna.
Darkness has reigned over this world for too long. Allow me to be the beacon of light that illuminates it.
This will be available in the Righteous Paladin chest. And then we have Surian Conjurer Apwash. I probably butchered that.
Only through true knowledge can you achieve power.
Be available in the Mystic Shaman chest. And then Phoenix Fury Cucullin, which is an unlimited skin as well. Sorry, no, this is an unlimited skin and will also be available through the Smite Friends reward.
Only together can we prevail in the face of darkness.
And then finally, I think this is the last group of skins. No, we have 2 more groups. These will be available December 29th. First, we have Malware Monarch Persephone. There we go.
Why let your body be a boundary when it can be limitless potential instead?
World Tour Nemesis.
Who's ready to rock and roll?
Those 2 will be available to the Smite Friends as well. We have Space Cadet Vulcan.
Interstellar Command? I'm not reading you. Looks like we'll be doing this my way.
He's available through the Retro Space chest. We have Living Ally Jorgamander, which is through the Metal Demon chest.
This world shall become their tomb, their Ruin!
Did I just say Jormungandr? I think I did. Jormungandr. There we go. And then finally, SWC champion Chang'e, which is through the viewer reward.
Rez and I are so hyped!
Let's get this W!
And then I believe, okay, this is finally the last bundle we have, coming out January 12th. So the first batch will come out December 1st. This batch, January 12th. So over a month in between skin releases here. We have Zero Gravity Nike first.
Get ready, everyone. The 3x Zero Gravity champion is ready for another belt.
Witching Hour Freya.
Let's see what kind of mischief we can brew up today.
And then Thunderfang Thor.
Strike first, strike true, and never yield in battle.
And finally, the last skin for this patch is Rogue Android Izanami.
We will not be subject to any being's will. We control our own destinies.
And these will be in the Fighter Beast chest and the Broken Android chest, respectively. So on December 1st, we're going to get the Odyssey Reckoning content along with the Winter Wonderland chest. This is the third content drop for 7-11. December 15th will be the 7.12 release. You're going to get Danzaburou plus his recolors and masteries, the Smite Friends event content, as well as the Righteous Paladin chest and the Mystic Shaman chest. December 29th is going to be the second content drop for 7-12. We have more Smite Friends event content, the Retro Space chest, the Metal Demon chest, and then finally January 23rd will be the final drop for 7-12. Again, all the Smite event content, the Fighter Beast chest, and the Broken Android chest. So we have the Smite Friends event here, which I will read through everything. So this event celebrates Smite's many friendships, featuring our brand new besties, Amir and Danzaburou, the most dynamic duo out there. This event will have 6 purchasable exclusive skins in total, with 2 skins releasing every 2 weeks. Each skin will have an initial discount of 25% for that release only. Purchase all 6 skins to unlock the unlimited Phoenix Fury Kukulkan skin, or Kukulkan, however you want to pronounce that. When purchasing a Smite Friend event skin, you will also receive a gift token of a certain gift type, Emote Voice Pack Tier 2, or Awesome Gift. Gift tokens allow you to send a gift to a friend on your friends list in the gift store, or to maybe a new friend by giving them a gift from the end of the match lobby to a stellar teammate. Send your friends gifts this season and spread the joy of friendship. I just realized I never used to say Kukulkan. One of my friends who got me into Smite always called him Kukulkan, and now I'm starting to do it too. It's getting on me. So the purchasable skins we already went through up there. We have Molten Destroyer, Danzaburou, Malware Monarch, World Tour, Zero Gravity, and Watching Hour. So for the reward items, if you unlock 1 skin, you'll get the Tanuki King Pedestal plus a Voice Pack gift token. 2 skins gives you 3 times XP Worshippers and a Battle Pass booster plus an emote gift token. 3 skins, you get the Friends music theme plus a Tier 2 skin gift token. At 4, you get 5 times XP Worshipper and Battle Pass booster plus a Voice Pack gift. 5 skins gives you your PAL player title plus an emote gift. And then at 6 skins, you get the Phoenix Fury Kukulkan skin plus an awesome gift token. We have the Quality of Life, which is the end of match lobby update. So all screens in the end of match lobby have had an art and design updates. Each screen has more interactable elements, and many screens have alternate views to show graphs and more detail. So basically, instead of just having a list of how much damage you did, how much gold you earned, there's going to be different charts and graphs that will kind of just make it more visually appealing to easier to see who won certain categories. So on the results screen, the screen will only allow vital information, currency, worshipper, and ranked progress to reduce clutter. The scoreboard screen has been updated artistically. Additional tabs to show stats and item details have been added to the bottom of the screen. The detail screen, also updated, has an additional tab to show the info in graph from inside of a table. Once in the graph screen, you can select specific stats to compare for each player. On the progress screen, it's a new screen that has some info. This is a new screen that features some info that used to be in the results screen, but with more detail. An additional tab for more detailed math breakdowns and how currency progress was calculated, and an additional tab with more detailed information on accolades and achievements earned. So basically, if you're a stats nerd, this is your update right here. The buff camp spawn animation updated Clash to use modern Conquest presentation, meaning all maps are now using updated animations. In-game item store updated to include items with stats in their passive. Magical Pen, Stone of Biting now appears, and for attack speed, Shogun's Kusuri now appears. Kill streak timer. Kill streaks in Smite are awarded if you kill multiple enemy gods within a certain time frame, with each successive kill extending the timer. Increase the time for multi-kill credit from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. Does that mean... I think that means more pentakills are going to be coming here. That's a big increase right there. Is this just saying it's... Yeah, I guess increasing the timer. So it's not going to show you the time between kills. That would be kind of annoying. SPL voting update. Tournament mode voting will now be enabled for the Smite World Championship, which has a different structure than normal voting. The screen can be accessed by moving ahead week by week and vote in the vote section of the esports hub. Next up, we have some bug fixes here. I'm not going to go over them. If you would like to pause the screen at any point to read them, you are more than welcome to. And per usual, I'm going to link this website down in the description if you want to read all of it yourself. And finally, we have the 7-12 balances, which come at the launch of 7-12. We have Smite World Championship Conquest. Before we say goodbye to the Seasons 5 through 7 Conquest map, we have one more major tournament to play on it. To add some flair to the World Championship and send this map out with style, we added a few visual features, which includes the Smite World Championship logo on each side of the center lane of the map. Past winners have statues from all previous champion skins, which have been placed throughout the map. The iconic Smite World Championship Thor's Hammer trophy has been placed on the wall by the Pyromancer, and banners inside both the Chaos and Order bases feature team logos from the SPL teams that will be competing at Worlds. Corrupted Arena, the limited adventures returns for December. Push your enemies into the death pits of this crazy twist in the arena game mode. We all know what that is. Clash map has received a lighting update and will now feature the more modern and responsive jungle buff drop flow. So for God and item fixes, it seems like we're going to have a good bit of the God updates and no items? Yeah, so all God updates here. Which they probably mentioned why in these two things right here. But yeah, very simple. We're happy to keep it as is. So, for Ra, his Solar Blessing gets a decreased physical power used to scale from 10 to 30 is now 8 to 20. Decrease the magical power from 20 to 40 is now 14 to 30. And decrease protections from 10 to 30 is now 8 to 20. Erlang Shen's Spot Weakness increased the mana cost. Used to be 60 at all ranks, now scales up is 60, 65, 70, 75, and 80. Also decreases the base damage, used to be 15 to 75, is now 15 to 63. So the same in the very early game, but gets lower as the game progresses. Persephone's Grasp of Death decreased the ult deployable HP from 5 to 3 if it hits a wall instead of a player. Yamoja's Riptide decreased the slow from 30% to 20%, and River's Rebuke increases from 100 seconds to 110 seconds at all ranks. Sobek's Lurking in the Waters decreases the base damage, used to be 350 to 950, is now 300 to 90, so it gets a 50 reduction at each rank. Set's Skewer increases the cooldown from 8 seconds to 9 seconds. Morgan's Channeling now transfers any jungle buff or consumable potion effect she currently has active onto her transferred state in her ultimate. Zeus's Aegis Assault can now place this ability in locations over walls. That's intriguing. Amir, we go more places now, thanks Zeus. They just quoting Amir here. Can now place this ability in locations over walls, so seeing a similar effect there. I'm guessing the same thing. Yep, Terra's Crushing Earth can now be placed over walls. Bellona's Master of War increased the passive duration from 4 seconds to 7 seconds. Shield Bash, Bludgeon, and Scourge ability increases the weapon duration from 5 seconds to 7 seconds. If Bellona is mid-swing when this timer expires, she will complete the swing with her weapon. If this hits a target, she will reset the timer and not swap back to her base weapon. Eagle's Rally now provides magical power to allies as well as physical power. You're going to get 35, 45, 55, 65, and 75. It increases the physical power, used to be 10 to 50, is now 20 to 60. and then increased the flag duration. It used to be 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 seconds, is now 8 seconds at all ranks. Cthulhu added a visual offset to buff and debuff effects applied to Cthulhu while he's in his ult state. This slightly moves these effects towards your player camera, so Cthulhu's persistent effects can be more clearly seen. Stance Attunement for Hell fixed an issue where her passive was only increasing healing from abilities. This is just bug fixes here, really. Low Key Flurry Strike increased the final strike damage. Used to be 40 to 140, is now 55 to 135. So this is interesting. He gets higher in the early game and kind of the mid game too, but then he falls off a little bit late game. Increase the final strike scaling from 60% to 70%. Maybe not. They're just decreasing the base damage and increasing the scaling. So Tyr's Chain Stance increased the assault stance power. It used to be 0 to 50, is now... It's still 0 to 50. So let me read them all. It used to be 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Is now 0, 18, 26, 34, 42, 50. So just kind of spread it out a little bit differently. And then increases the defensive stance protections. Used to be the same thing, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Is now 0, 18, 26, 34, 42, and 50. Ao Kuang, his Dragon King's sword, decreased the power-up time from 20 seconds to 12 seconds. Dragon Call increased the attack damage. Used to be 30 to 90, is now 35 to 95. Sylvanas gets an increased base movement speed from 365 to 370, an increased attack speed from 0.85 to 0.9, an increased base attack speed per level from 0.6 to 0.8. You know this just means that attack speed Sylvanas is coming back. RTO, Energy Surge decreased the mana cost from 50 to 70, is now 40 to 60. Decompose increased the duration of the debuff from 4 seconds to 6 seconds. Shapeshift gets an increase from 4 seconds to 6 seconds as well. Man, they went completely out of order here. Almazenkov increased the base damage of his Stinger. Used to be 255 to 575, is now 275 to 595. Also increased the scaling from 100% to 110%. Apollo's So Beautiful increased the damage. Used to scale from 80 to 320, is now 90 to 330. Artemis, this ability increases the deploy range from 35 units to 40 units. I just call it the trap. Shock Stormcall increased damage mitigation. Shock gains while channeling from 50% at all ranks. Now scales from 50 to 55, 60, 65, and 70%. And finally, Opwash getting some updates as well. Fixed an issue where boss monsters could kill Opwash's deployed corpses. Undead Surge decreased the mana cost. Used to be 70 to 90, is now 60 to 80. Corpse Explosion also gets a mana decrease. Used to be 60 to 80, is now 60 at all ranks. And then Fleeting Breath decreased the mana from 70 at all ranks to 60, 65, 70, 75, and 80. Obviously fixing the inevitable mana issue that always comes with Opwash. No matter how hard he hits, he consumes mana, especially earlier on. So that is going to be it for this patch, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit subscribe, and drop a like. Like I said, I'll link this website down in the description and probably pin it as well if you want to read through all of this yourself. Whenever PTS drops, which should be this Friday, I'll be going over the new god as well as all the new skins. Probably do comparisons to the UI updates as well. So that is it for this one, and thank you for watching.